Hello and good morning. This is video log entry number 27, I believe. Man, I've already forgotten. Jeez, I should have thought about that before. I think it's 28. It's currently 9:06 a.m. And, CSE, of course, as usual. And, yeah, I mean, today wasn't that bad. I woke up, I had some coffee, and I went through my email again. And, yeah, I mean, standard stuff. It's Saturday, so I'm not really just relaxing. I like to keep my weekends, fairly loose, as of now at least. But yeah, I mean, I decided to experiment a little bit this morning. I realized that, mental confidence isn't everything. I need to work on my physical confidence. And I was like, okay, well, my body feels kind of lethargic, kind of like how my mind was feeling. So I'm hoping that I was hoping that maybe taking a shower would kind of wake me up a little bit more than, I can start doing more physical things other than just walking, right? Walking is cool and all that, but I think I need to do more physical exertion. I had a few ideas in mind, like getting into martial arts or weightlifting. I don't know about weightlifting really. Maybe it's too repetitive. I kind of like more of a little bit more adaptive kind of physical activity. I'd rather punch a punching bag than weightlift or do any kind of like leg day stuff. I like cardio. Cardio is fine. I don't know. I don't really know. Deadlifts are cool, I guess, for your back and whatnot, but I've also seen activities for your back that aren't, you don't really need to do deadlifts unless you're really trying to be strong. Like I'm not trying to be. It's extremely. I just want to be physically confident. By being physically confident, I don't have to be, bulky or anything like that. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out. I used to have some activities like, I used to do bicycles. I used to do standard cardio stuff like jumping jacks, jump ropes and whatnot. And I was thinking about getting into kinesthetics. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to be more physically confident and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's this potential that I'm trying to fill, kind of like with my mental capacity. I have a certain physical capacity that I want to fill as well. So yeah. I think I'm gonna do like, again, I say I'm not a competitive person. I don't know. There's this, you can, in competition, you can kind of use a NPC modeling format where you don't really see the person, like the actual person that you're competing against. You see it as a game, like anything else, right? It's like fighting a boss. You don't get angry for losing at the boss. The boss is just, throwing out its mechanics and whatnot. So, like, why would you get enemy? Like, I remember my brother actually got mad at things that were just, code, like pieces of code. It didn't make sense to me that my brother would get mad at it. But yeah, anyways, thinking of it like that kind of alleviates the fear of trying to compete with somebody that's like maybe I don't know what that I don't, maybe it's the fact that you think that, at least for my psyche, is like I tend to compare quite a bit. So that's like part of the reason why I tend to avoid competition, is because I get annoyed that somebody is better than me at something. And that is, again, an ego issue. Like when I think that I'm good at something, or if I just don't, like, I don't know, for physical activity, I think it's a little bit different. If it were more mental, then I would get annoyed because I think I'm a fairly smart person. And if I don't like judging a book by its cover, but sometimes when I lose against somebody in a mental activity that I think I'm, smarter than, I just get annoyed. I'm like, I know it's bad. It's really toxic, and I had to fix it. And the growth mindset's good. It's kind of like doing incremental steps to make to compare who you were, like the step before n-1 or the day before, whatever, however you want to see it. I don't know. It's just something I had to work on. I'm slowly getting better, and I'm realizing that I have a lot of flaws in this head of mine. I kind of sort of realized, I just ignored it, really. But now I'm pointing it out, and I'm just going to think of like any other problem. I figure out how to fix it, right? Like anything else. Yeah. The reason why I started thinking about physical confidence is because I know girls like guys who are physically and just confident in general. And, when you think about confidence, you can't ignore one area. Like, you can be mentally confident, But then the physical confident part, people will see because it's just operating in daily life. They'll just see it. Like, if maybe it's your posture, or you're just physically clumsy or something else. They'll know that you're not confident in that domain at the least. So I'm trying to work on both sides of the picture. As usual, I have to. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know why I was thinking about this, but like the danger of data and whatnot. Everything has an exception. I think people put too much weight on data. I was like, on YouTube, I get a lot of suggestions about, because I'm like, I guess I'm somewhat interested in girls. It would be nice to have a partner because, again, it makes things easier, and I'm a guy. I have needs. But it's, like the whole dating up thing that people use, and I don't know, like, I don't feel like, I'm not really big into, I like the underpinnings of statistics, but when people put too much weight on data, it's annoying because there are exceptions to everything. And the thing is, it's a law of attraction, I guess. You tend to be around the people who you're, I guess, who you tend to reflect, right? You tend to be around people that are like you. It's like that with girls as well. You start realizing that. And it's almost like a connection, almost. Like, I don't know. But I don't want to be around somebody that is brainwashed into believing that dating up is the right way to go. They have, like, I don't know, you can call it breaking out of the matrix or whatever. I don't want to be with somebody like that. I mean, they're just not interesting people. I would hate to be around somebody like that, and I don't want to play that game. I'm hoping that there's somebody else out there that doesn't want to play that same stupid game that everybody else is playing. That's all I have to say about that. And yeah, I mean, like, I saw this girl. There's another pretty girl. There are pretty girls everywhere. I don't know how I haven't realized. Maybe I'm just seeing it now. I don't know what it is. But they seem more prettier than I originally thought. But I think it's because I'm in this place where I actually feel like I want it. Like, I actually desire a person in my life that I can respect and enjoy being around, right? So I've been seeing more pretty girls in the past couple of days. Like, I saw 3 of them. There's one in the train, there was one on the way to the grocery store, and there was one in my apartment complex. The one in my apartment complex was, I don't know, but she had gorgeous, really, really pretty eyes. And it's like, she kind of like, it almost seemed like she was staring right through me. Not staring right through me, but I don't know. I felt a weird connection with him. I don't know. But she seemed really pretty. And I don't know, maybe I'll see them again since we're in the same apartment complex. So maybe that'll be another arc that I may give updates to if anybody's interested in that, the whole romantic part of life. Maybe I'll share some of that information. I called her Mrs. Sharp Eyes. I don't know what else. Dart Eyes. I don't know. But she had really, you could just tell that there was so much content in that head of hers. I really wanted to say something, but whatever. I was shocked because I was going down the stairs with my trash, down the stairwell, and I opened the door, and I almost hit her, and she looked at me. I looked at her for it was 3 seconds, and it was weird. I don't know. And then I just held the door open for her, and I don't know. It was weird. I was thinking about hyper specialization as well. I think that was another reason why I didn't like academia much. I mean, okay, one is nowadays you can't be a polymath. I've always had this dream of being a polymath. I don't want to hyper specialize. I really don't care about hyper specialization. It's cool that other people can do it, but I don't think my mind works that way. I get obsessive. I do get obsessive, but it's obsessive not about like this. It's like one very specific thing, but a domain, whether it's like math or games or a certain mainly a genre of games, not one specific game, not one specific game mode or whatnot. If that makes sense, my mind tends to look at the broader scope of things, and it wants to focus on that scope and not a very specific thing. It's just how my mind works. I'd rather work with it than against it, right? So I was looking at this like hyper specialization. Math is cool, physics is cool, but you have to hyper specialize to be any good or even I don't know, impactful. You have to hyper specialize, but I don't think I can get my brain to hyper specialize in one thing. So I'm just gonna be a normie instead. Um, uh, doing things I love in my own space. I guess I was also like, I was thinking about, um, I like math. I like abstractions. It's like, why do I have to make it a career if I love it? Why? I don't like, again, I don't really care about prestige as much as others. There are the people who go to academia for prestige and recognition and getting that, that shiny object or whatever, whether it's a Nobel Prize or a Fields Medal, but I don't know. But then I look at people like Terrence Tao. He just absolutely loves it, but he's also just extremely passionate. Like, you can tell that that's all he thinks about, really. But I'm not that passionate. I'm very casual, actually. I'm casual in most domains. I get obsessive somewhat. I just think a lot of things are interesting, and I just kind of leave it at that. And I kind of do things when I feel like it. I don't know. I'm not that obsessive about stuff. So I'd rather just do it in my own space. I'd rather do things that I'm a hobbyist. I'm just a hobbyist. I'm a normie, guys. I'm a fucking normie. Whatever. Working again. I was talking about working on my physical confidence. That's gonna be painful for me. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it. I really don't. I don't know. Like, I need somebody to tell me. Like, I don't think it's really necessary per se. Like, physical confidence is, to an extent, it is. I don't know. I don't care about physical confidence. So we'll see. I'm not going to force myself to do something I don't really care about. You know what I mean? There are a lot of guys out there that they kind of force yourself into being physically confident, and then you realize that it's not really who they are. So you can tell those bigger guys with their muscles, or even if they're like, yeah, anyways, whatever. You can just tell that they're not physically confident people, even when they do gain muscle mass. It's like, you're not physically confident by going to the gym and doing the same thing over and over again to gain mass. It's obvious. You're just not a physically confident human being. Stop doing that. And there are other ways to gain physical confidence. I think the best way to gain physical confidence is by doing martial arts. That's what my brother does. He does jiu-jitsu. So, but he's more fluid than me. I'm still very tense. I don't know what it is. He's a lot calmer than me, and I guess he was like the trophy child because I was tense. I know I had a lot of potential, but I held it back for some reason. I'm very clunky. It's just who I am. I'm just an anxious person. So I've held back a lot of my potential. So, that's like why I'm trying to fix it now. And my brother is a lot further than me along this life trajectory. So it's whatever, I'm working on my own self, so I'm not too concerned about it. Yep. I think that's it. I guess I'm gonna do like standard stuff today. I'm gonna be laid back. It's the weekend again. Maybe I'll go out to eat or something. Maybe I want to start doing more social things. Just not really talking about it yet, but I'm just gonna go outside. I'm gonna like maybe sit at a cafe, just enjoy myself and enjoy being around people. So I think that is it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.